said 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my earnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Derica and you're watching Shelf Love D. Welcome back to another video. So today is a little impromptu video, not something I had planned. I just got done recording not too long ago and I could not figure out what I wanted to read for the month of February, so I thought it would be fun to do a TBR prompt jar. Never done one of these before. Don't usually use any type of help other than title and cover to choose what I'm going to read. But I thought I would do that starting the month of love, and if I like it, maybe it's something that I will continue to do going forward, because I think it's a good way to help me get these physical books read on my shelf and to change it up. You know, sometimes you can just get stuck with certain authors or certain type of books, and I think using a TBR prompt jar will help with that, will force me out of the box, or if a book has been like intimidating or a different genre that I'm afraid of, the TBR prompt jar will help me with that. So I've been looking on Pinterest, Google. I asked my booktube friends as well to give me some ideas for prompt ideas. So I have them written down. I'm getting ready to cut them up, find something to use as my TBR jar, and then we will go from there. So I'll be right back. And I do not have my printer set up in here yet, or my computer. It has been in the garage, believe it or not, since we moved in here. So I wrote mine out by hand just to avoid having another excuse why I'm not doing this. So don't judge my handwriting. I feel like I'm doing arts and crafts, and for some reason this is giving me good feels. Maybe that is something that I need to add more into my life, doing little crafty things like this. Something that I've always said, or a label I guess that I've put on myself forever, is I'm not a crafty person. I'm not really an artsy person, but I do like to make things. I do like to color. I think the thing is that maybe it's not on a professional scale, but I enjoy doing things with my hands, like little crafty things, coloring, painting, making, I don't know, like one time me and the kids and my husband went to Mother Road Market, and they had just a bunch of random things that you could use as crafts, like cardboard, leftover paper towel rolls, confetti, buttons. I mean, just random crafting things, and you could just make whatever you want. And I think my husband made like a little table, a little miniature table, and I made a I think I called it a, did I make a sailboat? I can't remember. Anyways, I was just hot gluing and picking up random stuff, and it was so fun. And like I said, all I'm doing right now is I wrote out some prompts and cutting them out, but cutting and knowing that I'm about to like make something that, you know, I made, that I wrote out, that I found, that I cut out, even though it's simple, it's making me feel good feels. So like I said, maybe I'll try to find a way to add this, add crafting into my day-to-day somehow, or like in my reading vlogs or my free time, especially like if I am listening to an audio, I can do something that I don't really have to think that much about. So yeah, oh yeah, I also saw Raina had, I think she was at Hobby Lobby or somewhere in one of her vlogs, and she did diamond painting, diamond art, diamond something. and I'm not exactly sure what all that entails, how much skill you have to have, but I'm interested in checking it out. She had a cute sunflower one, and y'all know I love sunflowers. They just make me so happy. So I'm like, I think like just checking into things like that, like I may not be able to sit down and draw a character, I may not be able to, you know, paint the best or whatever, but you know, find art in the lane that I'm in, find crafting things in the area of expertise or of my skill level is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, even just the thought of that is making me feel excited. So definitely want to check into more things like that. If you are a crafty person or a semi-crafty person, and Eden woke up. But as I was saying, if you are a crafty person or a semi-crafty person and you know of things that I can do that doesn't require a whole lot of skill, a whole lot of thought, please let me know down in the comments, because I am interested in doing more little things like this, and coloring and painting, and you know, I love word searches, and also I want to learn how to crochet this year. I don't know how great I'll be at it, but I am determined to try until I perfect that. So let me go check on Eden. I'm going to finish cutting these out, and then I'll be right back.
I said 5 in the morning, I wake up to 5 for my earnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I tried to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain.
Okay, so we are all done. I did not realize that I made so many prompts. How many prompts do y'all have in, if you have a TBR jar, how many do y'all have, or how many have you seen people put in theirs? Does it matter? I'm not sure, but it was hard to choose once I started picking them out online and stuff and getting ideas. Then I just started flowing. So but I think it's okay, because I think what I've seen is that as the girlies pick out their prompts, that once they're done, they don't put them back in there. So then that way over time you end up using them all and not getting the same one. So it should be okay. Like this one says, if you've drank your coffee in one sitting, read an action-packed, fast-paced book. Oh, I think that has another one. I think it was if you haven't. Okay, so I didn't write a if I haven't. So I'm gonna add that if not, then read a slow burn book. Whether it's something I own or on Kindle. I try to think of things that were going to be, you know, fun. So anyways, like this one here says, if you've checked on your mom today, choose any book you want. If not, read the book you've been putting off for the longest. So I tried to put some things in there that would be like, you know, fun. Husband chooses a book, start a new series. Book you bought because the cover was pretty but haven't yet to read, which will be a lot of my books. Let your child choose your book. A book that matches the season you're in. So I feel like I have some fun little prompts. Curious to see what I will end up with. I have gone back and forth between 5 and 6 books that I'm going to pull for. 6 will probably be like more like realistic for how much I've been reading a month, but I already have some books like on my on Libby and like on hold that I'm waiting on from Libby. and a couple of books on Kindle that I know I want to read already, so I don't want to pull too many on the prompt jar and then just end up with more books that I'm realistically able to read in the month. So I'm going to finish folding these up, and then we will get to choosing and see what our February TBR is. I'm so excited, y'all. So I may keep this up because I don't know if it is the combination of cutting and all that, making the jar, or the excitement of not knowing what prompts I'll pull, or all the above and below. But this just is giving me fun and good vibes. So I'm glad I decided to do this. Give me a few minutes to fold these up and I will be right back.
I said 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my yearnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I tried to be fine, but I can't be.
All right, let me go get my TBR prompt jar and I will be right back. All right, y'all, so I've come over near my bookshelf to make it a bit easier, and I found me my little makeshift TBR jar cup that I'm going to use for now until I find, buy, or settle on the one that I will use going forward. It's an old little coffee cup that says the bags under my eyes are designer. It was cute once upon a time because it had lashes on the ear, but it has rubbed off, so I'm going to use it now as my TBR mug. So let's choose, and I've decided I'm going to go with 5. So one fell out, I'm not going to pick that one. And let's see here. Okay, this says a book that intimidates you. So I was worried that, not worried, but I just had a feeling that I was going to pull this one. So a book that intimidates me. Let's move on. I'm already thinking, I'm trying to tell myself, don't think just yet, pull the prompts and then start thinking. All right, let's see. That is cute. Okay, so it says, if you've had at least 2 bottles of water today, choose 1 book with water on the cover. If not, choose 2 books with water on the cover. Okay. Moving on to next. I hope I have 2 with water on there. Okay. Let's see. It says 3rd book on the bottom shelf. So we'll see in a bit what that one is. That's 3. So we got 2 more. Give me something good. Those thick ones. Okay. So this says, choose a book that was published the year or around the year your oldest child was born. So my oldest child was born in 2005. So I'm sure I can find something on my shelf that is around that time. A little young book. Okay, let's see, and this one's the last one, and it says a thriller or a suspense novel, and I'm actually excited about that because I have been wanting to get more into my thriller bag. I've been reading thrillers here and there lately, and it's been a time. I've really enjoyed myself. It's like watching a movie. So I definitely can see why the thriller girls are thriller girls. You know, I will always love romance. Historical fiction will always be near and dear to my heart. But I'm definitely adding more genres this year, and I have been loving thrillers. So let's get into it. All right. So, a thriller or suspense. I have several thrillers that I got from the Dollar Tree, so I could use this as a time or chance. I can use this, can't think of the word. I can use this as an opportunity to actually read, you know, one of the books that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just have them on my shelf. Let's see here. I think what I'm gonna do is put y'all on hold, take a look at my books according to the prompts, and then I'll come back on here and show you guys what I've got. All right, BRB. All right, y'all, I am back. Now, that was a challenge. That was a task. this requires some thinking. And one thing I noticed as well when I'm looking through my books for these prompts is it makes you, or at least for me, I'll speak for myself, it makes you be like, oh, I need more books. I need more variety. So I can definitely sense a book haul coming very soon. Nonetheless, let me show you guys, girlies, what I chose. Okay, so in no particular order, because I don't ever remember in what order I chose them. One of the prompts was third book on the bottom shelf. So that was this book here, which was one of my Dollar Tree finds, which I'm not mad about because with the Dollar Tree finds, I honestly buy them because they're cheap, right? $1.25, $1.50. But I'm probably not going to be so quick to read one of them, just being honest. So using this prompt for this will actually help force me to read this book and see if I like it or not. That way I'm not hoarding a book that that I don't enjoy, won't read again. And if I don't like it, I can, pass it on to the free little library, or if I love it, I have it as a trophy. So, okay. So moving on to the next. All right, so the next one up is, if you've had at least 2 bottles of water today, choose 1 book with water on the cover. If not, choose 2 books with water on the cover. So I kind of had difficulty with that. I have a few books that have water on the cover. That seems to be something that these authors, illustrators love to do. So I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn on which to pick out of these. I feel like I've been wanting to read An Honest Lie for a good while. Let's see. Lorraine Rainey lives at the top of the Tiger Mountain, remote, moody, cloistered in pine trees and fog. It's a sanctuary, a new life. She can hide from the disturbing past she wants to forget, if she's allowed to. When Rainey reluctantly agrees to a girls' weekend in Vegas, she's prepared for an exhausting parade of shots and slot machines. But after a wild night, her friend Braith doesn't come back to the hotel room. Okay, this sounds good. I'm gonna go with this one. And then out of these two, they're both kind of girly books. I think this was the one that was about sisters. Something happened with the dad or something like that while he left. This one was Mackenzie Mack. It's People Please. Mackenzie Mack Cabot is a people pleaser. It's exhausting. She really always follows the rule. All she wants to do is focus on growing her internet business, but much. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. This seems kind of like possibly a YA read, so maybe light, nothing too serious or hard to focus on, because I do kind of have some, some thrillers over here and some heavy reads. So this kind of seems like it may possibly fall into the middle and kind of balance things out for me. So these two are going to be my water picks, okay? And then on to the next was a book that intimidates you. And honestly, I was fearful that I would get this one. I was hoping that I wouldn't get it this draw, because I know the book that intimidates me, which is this one, A Little Life. And that is because it is thick, y'all. Any book that is a chubby Webster, any book that is over 3, let's stretching it to 4, over 400 pages, intimidates me. But I'm going to figure out a plan. Maybe I will read it in the background of other books, read a few pages a day, a few chapters a day. I've heard mixed reviews on this book, so I don't know if it's going to be a slow read, a fast read, if it's going to just be so heavy that I don't finish it this month. But we are going to give it a try. I almost didn't pick this book. I picked a fantasy one initially because fantasy does intimidate me as well. But if I'm being truly honest, this is the one I would probably shy away from, that I would love to have on my shelf but never read because it is so thick. So I'm going to do it. And I actually think I'm going to put that prompt back in the jar, because I don't want to shy away from books this year, especially because they're thick, because I could be missing out on, some good books. So I'm going to go with this one, and we'll just get it done. If we get it done in the month of love, great. If not, we will carry it over through to March. All right. Next one up was a thriller or suspense. And I picked You Never Know. Wait, that's Raina's book. This is called You Know Her. This one just sounded like a good, fun ride. So we are here for it. If y'all don't remember, it says 2 hours before he vanished, Mark Dixon stole a glass of wine. That's what the bartender Sophie tells the cops when they question her about the customer whose mutilated body has been found. What she doesn't tell them is that she is the one who killed him. So I'm like, yes, let's get the thriller. It's red, so it goes to the month of love as well. And last one up is choose a book that was published a year or around the year your oldest child was born. This one took me the longest. I have a lot of newer books or old books like 80s. So the closest one that I could find was Eric Jerome Dickey, Between Lovers. And I cannot say for... I can't say confidently if I read this years ago or not. I don't think so. But when I looked in here, let me double check. Yeah, so it says 2003. So that was the closest. So love Eric Jerome Dickey for life. He is a classic, so I'm not mad about reading him. And hopefully I will enjoy this one as well. And that is it, y'all. That is it. That was so much fun. I definitely think I will keep up the TBR prompt jar. Like I said, it's a way to get you out of your comfort zone, force you to read those hard reads or those intimidating reads or books that's been on your shelf forever. So I love it. Had so much fun doing this. Do you do a TBR prompt jar? If you have any TBR prompts that you recommend, drop them down in the comments, because I had so much fun with this and look forward to doing it again. I think there was, oh, I did want to point out before I sign off is that yes, this is a month of love, and I don't really have a lot of romance books on my physical TBR, which is fine because I have several on my Kindle that I will be reading or planning to read. Let me grab that one sec. Okay, so just a couple of ones, and I'm not sure if I'm going to read all these in the month of love, but this is just kind of what I've already checked out from Libby or borrowed from Kindle. One of them is His and Hers by Alice Feeney. Reading that because I want to watch this series on Netflix, but I want to read it first. And then The Unhoneymooners. I got The Boyfriend Project, The Friend Zone. I think Yours Truly, possibly, If My Girl. And I think Yours Truly, If My Girl Eliza is down to read that in the month of love. I'll possibly be reading that. And then a not so meet cute by Megan Quinn, which was recommended to me by Bookmark by Aaliyah. And so hopefully I'll be able to get to some of those and get some little foo-foo-filled romances in the month of love read. And help me, this is just bothering me. Ever since Aaliyah told me about Megan Quinn's book, A Not So Meet Cute. Why is that mess with my brain? Like, why do I feel like I'm saying it wrong? A Not So Meet Cute. A Not So Meet Cute. Shouldn't it be A Not So Cute Meet? I don't know. If I'm missing something, let me know down in the comments, because I had my brain scrambling. Anyways, that is it. That is all, y'all. Thanks so much for hanging with me today. I had so much fun. Let me know what you plan to read down in let me know what you plan to read in the month of love down in the comments. And until next time, don't forget to show yourself some love today.